We got the Marky Mark table and the Larry table here. It's easy to be tempted by the biscuit tin or reach for a fizzy drink during, that snack attack.
Yeah.
Well, with the news that sugar substitute market will be worth a whopping $29 billion by 2029, it seems like more of us than ever are on a mission to curb those cravings.
Yeah, but according to some experts, the sugary substitutes may be doing more harm than good. So, what really is in some of the latest sugar-free snacks, and how can we satisfy our sweet tooth without sacrificing our health?
Very good question,
Yes,
Sal.
I've been asking all the big ones this
You really
morning.
have, and for more, we welcome back dietitian Gemma O'Hanlon. Hey, Gemma, nice
Hello.
to see you.
Hey, Gemma.
Let's get straight into it. Are sugar-free products actually healthy?
Well, not necessarily. And you'd think so, wouldn't you, if you're taking sugar out of a product, that it would be healthier. But what manufacturers do, in order to maintain that level of sweetness when they take the sugar out, they have to add these intense sweeteners. These are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar, and they can be disruptive to our gut health, and they can also prime our brain to crave sweet foods even more. So it is a bit of a trick.
Right?
It's a bit counterintuitive. What's better then, artificial or real sugar?
Okay, so the World Health Organization looked at this just last year. They came out with recommendations basically saying that they don't recommend artificial sweeteners for long-term health benefits. And in fact, there is a possible chance of increased risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease later in life. In terms of sugar, the World Health Organization recommends 12 teaspoons of added sugars per day maximum. So I guess the moral of the story is sugars or sweeteners, less is more.
Are there any healthy choices when it comes to artificial sweeteners? Because we're seeing a huge array of them available now.
That's right, and they're marketed, as these fruits, the monk fruit, for example, or stevia, this beautiful green plant. But we're not eating this plant or the fruit. We're eating a highly refined powder that also has additives in there. So I guess what I'd say is, don't be fooled by all this marketing. And I think, again, less is more.
But can I just say, I buy my kids these bars and they have things like what you've just mentioned, monk fruit in them, and they're marketed at children. So how do you understand the labels to actually figure out what's bad?
Yeah, spot on. And look, if you have a look at one of these labels, you turn it over and you look at that ingredients list, it's packed full of words that you would never understand.
No.
And
that's why I don't take my
terms.
glasses to the supermarket.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know. Ignorance is bliss. No, so have a look. And what I would say, if you don't understand the ingredients on the packet, don't eat the food. Look for ingredients, a short list of ingredients, of foods and ingredients that you know and trust. And that's the best advice.
Okay. Now, a study has found that reducing the amount of sugar in the early years is really essential for preventing diseases later in life, right? So should we be changing the sorts of foods that we give our kids earlier? You're going to lead us over to this table, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got to give
our
our kids the best chance at life. And, food does boost our mood and make us feel good and give us all that energy. And that applies for our kids too. So when kids are exposed to really sweet foods all the time, they then tend to crave them even more, just like us adults. So if we can steer our kids to more natural sugars, fruits, and even things like, for example, coconut water is a refreshing drink that has a natural sugars in it. Bananas are rich in energy and packed full of B vitamins. Summer's coming. What's better than some fresh watermelon for the kids? Even our fresh berries, they're going to give us that natural sugar hit. Even a handful of dried fruit is fantastic as well. Or, Aussie grapes are in season at the moment, so make the most of them. So it's all this fresh produce. And the good thing is the natural sugars, they're wrapped up with the fibre of the fruits, and that's going to actually boost our gut health and give us long-lasting energy as well.
Good advice for kids and for us, Larry. We must.
I agree. I agree with everything you've said.
It's too late for
really
him. We can't
that's
save
right.
him.
My life is over.
It's too late. We can't change that one.
All right. Hey, grab that
Thanks for
banana.
that,
I'm going to
Gemma.
duct tape it to the wall.
Absolutely.
Hey, just ahead, the Big Bird escape that has one American town all ruffled up.